Good morning everyone! It is Monday morning. It's our last full day in New York. I'm going to be doing a little get ready with me. I've already put on all of my skincare and my sunscreen. I'm going to jump right into foundation. Yesterday I put on the Professional and it made my sunscreen pill quite a bit, so I'm going to try skipping this step today and go straight into this Marc Jacobs Genius Gel Supercharged Foundation in Fawn Light. Talked about this in my Packing for New York vlog, and I've been really liking this product. Both the formulation and the shade I find are perfect for me. I typically have to mix my foundations because I buy shades that are either too light or too dark, but this one happens to be just right for my skin tone. I'm gonna use about 1.5 pumps, so around this much, and I'm just gonna dot that all over my face. And as you'll be able to see, it's a pretty close match for my skin tone. I also really like it because it doesn't look orange at all. I feel like the undertone works quite nicely with my skin. I've got my beauty blender. It's already been washed, so it's a little bit wet. I just got some foundation on it though. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just bounce this all over my face. At home, I use the Hylamide Blur as my primer, and that one does not react with the sunscreen. It doesn't make the sunscreen pill. That combination is working very well for me. I guess the mineral sunscreen and the Professional don't react well together. I've used the Professional many times in the past, but usually I use it with a chemical sunscreen or no sunscreen at all. I'm gonna apply a little bit of Vaseline. I had some on earlier, but I'm probably dehydrated from the heat today. I feel like my body is just soaking up any water that I drink or any moisturizer I put on or any lip balm that I put on. Now I'm going to apply some of this Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Light Medium. I bought a few shades lighter than my skin tone to use this as an under eye brightener. Had some dark circles lately just from I guess not sleeping enough hours, or maybe just having a little bit of a more restless night of sleep. I've been trying to go pretty simple with my makeup, although when I'm in a city I do like to wear a bit more. I'm gonna comb out my brows. I'm just brushing out my brows, excuse the siren noise, and my lashes. Going into eye makeup, I'm going to be using this Tarte Smolder Eyes. This is in the shade Fig, a base layer for shadow, which is how I'm going to use it today. So I'm just gonna put a thin line right on the edge of my eyelid by the lash line, and then I'm going to smolder that out a little bit with the other end, which is kind of like a foam tip. Now taking this teeny tiny eye brush, I'm going to be using the shade Dark Side, which is the second to last shade, and I'm just gonna go over where I put the liner. The eyeshadow will cling to the liner and stay put all day. Now I'm gonna take this slightly bigger eye brush, but still teeny tiny. I'm gonna take the shade Factory. I think it's the fourth to last. I'm gonna put this right above where I put the darker shadow, kind of blending it all in together. So I basically brought up the eyeshadow a little bit. Now I'm gonna take this fluffy brush and I'm gonna use the shade Limit, which is a matte dusty rose shade. Taking a little bit on the end of the brush, I'm just going to use this kind of as a blending shade. I'm done with shadow. I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown and fill in my brows. What I've been doing lately is filling in my brows a little bit darker, and then I like to take off the excess with the spoolie. So here's what they look like before softening, and here is the finished brow look. Mascara. This is the Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Boost Mascara. It is waterproof, really handy to have because I was sweating so much yesterday that I'm sure my mascara would have transferred. I think this is going to be my go-to mascara from now on. I do want to use up a lot of my samples and such that I have remaining. I'm probably going to toss this mascara pretty soon because I've been using it for 6 months now. I want to switch up my mascara every 3 to 6 months just for hygienic reasons. This is a huge tube and it's still going pretty strong, so I think I could have used it for more than 6 months, but I just want to move on from it. This mascara is very affordable. It's Essence, so it's available in Shoppers Drug Mart and it's probably around $3 or $4. I really like affordability. I've been thinking a lot about that sort of thing lately, just affordability, buying products that are less expensive, or generally making decisions that involve spending less money. So I think next year, this is going off on a bit of a tangent, I'm gonna try to really pare down on the types of things I spend money on. In the last year or so, I have been cutting back a lot in terms of just buying merchandise and even beauty products and things of that nature, but I do splurge once in a while. For example, I'm perfectly happy with The Ordinary products, but I also purchase products from Drunk Elephant, and I experiment with other such products from Sephora that are a lot more expensive. Looking at a specific example, I really like The Ordinary's marula oil, but I've also tried Drunk Elephant's marula oil, which is probably more than triple the price. So I want to look at some areas like that and use the lowest priced item that I feel brings me equal utility. I've also been thinking a lot about travel and whether or not my next phase of experiments can involve not traveling for a year, or perhaps taking vacations that are road trip only, so no flying for a year, something like that. These are the things that I'm thinking about, just to simplify my life and to save money. I don't derive as much happiness from spending money as I used to. I used to love to spend money, and now I feel like my attitude has shifted a bit and I'm more into experiences that don't cost an arm and a leg. I'm finding that even when we go to nice restaurants, for example, we went to a Michelin 2-star restaurant in Danielle. It used to be 3 stars when we first went. I find that when I'm paying a lot of money, my expectations are a lot higher, and as a result, I'm often disappointed. Whereas we had a really simple dinner at Shake Shack. It was very quick, easy, and I derived pretty much the same pleasure from that, maybe even more pleasure from that, because I didn't have these high expectations that I needed the restaurant or the food to live up to. I'm going to talk more about this in a goals video, but I just wanted to verbalize where my head's at right now. Okay, back to getting ready. I am going to put on my blush now. I brought this Quo blush that I got from a swap with Pebbles. I love this blush. This is a baked blush in the shade Pinch. It's really pretty. It's got a really nice pink hue to it, but it's got some luminosity to it. That's really nice. So I'll just put this on my cheekbone like so, as well as the other side here. I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. I'm almost done this shade here, which is super exciting. I've had this palette for ages. I'm gonna take that same bronzy shade and actually use that as a bronzer and put that on my hairline, chin and neck area, jawbone. And now I'm gonna take Dim Light, which is the shade right on the side here, and I'm just gonna put that kind of on the cheek area. I use it to soften my blush a bit. Very light dusting because I don't want to be too powdery. I find powders now really accentuate my fine lines now that I'm getting older, and I try not to go in with too much powder. That is basically it, except for my lips. I already have on a little bit of the rosy lips, which is why my lips have a little bit of a pink sheen to them. I'm going to darken that up a little bit with this product from Japan. I bought this before I went cruelty free, and it's a brand that's under Shiseido. I was actually thinking of tossing this because I wasn't reaching for it, but then I started reaching for it and I really, really like it. It's kind of like those color changing lip balms that go on clear or with a slight light pink hue, and they turn a different color. This one does have a tint to it. When you put it on though, it doesn't really look like much. Sometimes it turns a little bit more of an orangey shade, but as I apply it during the day, it can turn a really bright, almost fuchsia color. I like the unpredictability of it. I also like that it's buildable. It's relatively moisturizing, not sticky whatsoever, and I've just really taken to this product the more I use it. So right now it just looks like this, but as I apply it throughout the day, it will start to change and brighten up and deepen, and I just really, really, really like this product. So that is going to be it for my Get Ready With Me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye.